Hairstyles. Super excited to be with you guys today. Today I have Shaylee with me and we are doing a total change. I'm really excited about this one. So we are cutting off her hair into a shorter A-line. She wants a shorter A-line. First off, what I'm doing, I have pulled just above the ear, you can see, about a ½ inch straight across, okay? I am going to just cut this hair off just because, which I'm gonna go shorter, obviously in the length up on her neck for the A-line. But the reason I am doing this is because, I mean, there's no need to color all that hair, right? Because we're cutting it off. So I'm just cutting that hair off there. Why I want to do the dark underneath, up here we are doing the blonde and a purple, like a deep red, purple red-ish color. Anyway, we are doing it pretty thick up here. I don't want, because we are going shorter, if I was to weave all that, it's gonna be stripey at the bottom. I do not want that. So I am going with a 4 double N back here with a 10 volume. 10 volume is deposit only, okay? She obviously has no gray, so we don't have to hide gray. If you have gray, you're going to want to use a 20 volume. So like I say, this is just deposit only, which is the 10. So what I like to do is go around the hairline, get this all covered. I'm super excited. So she's just wanting a change, something different, which is really fun because we change on her all the time. Right, Shaylee?
Yeah.
We go dark, then we go light, so yeah, now we're doing like a purple red. Anyway, I love to come through, get all of this base right here. The other thing I do is I squirt my oil into it. This is amazing. That actually helps the color stay in and it helps condition while coloring. I have put the oil in all of the colors. So this dark, my bleach, and my red purple color. I'm going to let you guys know about the colors that I'm using. I'm using a bleach. I use Goldwell. Love that line. Very good line. So I'm using the bleach. I'm using a 40 volume. If you are just starting, you might not want to use a 40 volume. It might process a little bit too fast. I've been doing this for 22 years, so I feel like I have a little more control over my time. So that's why I'm using a 40 volume. And all of you out there that have been doing hair, you know what I mean. You know, we've all started out with a 20 volume and kind of moved up as far as timing wise. Okay, so now that I have that covered, I just come out here and just cover all of the ends. And again, the reason why I want this dark is because I don't want like stripey. If any of you have seen someone that has had, say, blonde in the bottom, you know, weave down through, and you cut somebody's hair off in the back, and then all of a sudden it's stripey in the back, then you have to cover it anyway. So just cover it while you're going. And then I have done 10 volume and I have done a 3 double V for the color, which is a violet, and a 5 double V. And it's honestly going to be gorgeous. I'm super excited. And again, I'm just using 10 volume for deposit only. Okay, we almost have this covered. Then we'll get to the weaving part. Now with the weaving up above, I am going to be splicing the dark, and I'm going to be weaving heavy for the bleach. We want it very showy. The picture she showed me that she wants is curled, and I always like to tell people You know, when they bring me in pictures and they're like, hey, I want this color. And if any of you stylists are out there, you're gonna know what I mean too. Like they bring you these pictures of these different colors, but they're all curled, right? So when it's curled, the color is going to look a little different. So I always walk through it with my client, you know, ask them how much they curl their hair, things like that, because it is going to look different. You know what I mean? If you have straight hair every time, it's going to look a little different, obviously, than when it's curled. So I do like to go over that with my clients to let them know it's not going to look exactly like that picture because it's curled and it really shows off the colors. Anyway, if I was you, I definitely would do that. Okay, so this is the dark. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to splice this whole thing, okay? And what that means is I'm going to color this whole entire foil. And this is the color, the 3 double V and the 5 double B with the 10 volume. Just make sure that's good and saturated. Obviously, a lot of that's going to be cut off right there that I just colored, but I don't know exactly where I'm cutting, so I'm just covering all of that, okay? Okay, same thing back here. I'm going to turn her so you guys can see. I'm going to take another foil. Always bend it over. Okay, now the next section is, and you want to take them not thick sections, okay, you guys? Okay, I'm just going to push this up. And I'm going to weave this thick. So I'm going to, that means I'm going to take a big piece, and another big piece, and another big piece. So there's only like 3. Can you see how much hair is going to be colored here? Okay, so I'm going to push this down. I need to move my color and stuff this way. You guys can see me. See what I'm doing. Again, I put the oil into this. Now you guys can see, I want you guys to know this, that you can already see these blonde pieces. Do not color the blonde pieces or they will fall out. So just the dark pieces in between. So anything that's blonde, totally leave out. And I just kind of push those to the side so you don't get them. And then what I like to do is just add another foil on top of that, because if I was to just kind of scoot this to the side and flip it up, those blondes are going to get in that bleach, right? So I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to add another foil, set that on top, and then just turn these little corners in so it holds in. Okay, now same thing. You can see I'm just taking sections, going horizontal around this way. And each section, I'm taking about 3 big pieces, you can see. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, now remember when this heats up, your bleach will swell. So yes, you want to get up close to the scalp, but not too close, because when that heats up, that's going to expand. So you don't want tiger stripes up in. Okay, now this one, you can see, I'm just going to slide these to the side, and then I'm going to flip this one up because there was definitely enough room there. It wasn't going to hit that bleach. You'll be able to see whatever color they have in their hair. You'll be able to know which ones you need a foil on top of, or which ones you can slide the hair to the side. Okay, so again, there's three bigger sections. And I hold this straight up, and then I bring it down. Okay. Make sure it's good and saturated. I like to kind of go back and forth so you know it's saturated good. Okay, so see on this part, the blonde is just on the ends. I just push those aside, and then I can tighten this up here on those sides. Okay, now I'm going to be doing a section of the dark. So again, I put the foil to the scalp, pull it down, go all the way to the scalp, and I'm coloring all of it. Remember, it's called a splice. You're going to splice this. Okay, I go down, I go to the side, just want to make sure that is saturated. Make sure those little hairs get in there. This is a great video for those of you who have been asking about kind of the mid-length, thinner hair, finer hair. Shaylee definitely has fine hair. She does have more of it, but this is a good cut that we're going to be doing after she's colored for that. It actually gives it, especially you that are asking with thinner fine hair, it's going to give you more volume and make you look like you have more hair with this cut that I'm going to be doing on Shaylee. So it's actually a really good cut that you guys have been asking for. So I'm excited about that. But I thought since we're changing the color too, it'd be fun to see the color and how to get the chunkier look for when she curls it. Sorry, I probably should have turned her more on that one. We'll do that next time. Okay, same thing over here. And then I'm gonna do one more blonde, and then I'll stop and show you guys, like, you know, where to keep going and stuff, just so you don't have to hear me talk while I read the whole thing. But anyway, again, go to the root, to the scalp. And put it on this way, go back and forth. Okay, I always lift this up, push up while I'm pushing down with my hands. That's how I get that secured tight up to, you know, her head. Okay, now this next section, like I said, you guys, I know I've said this a zillion times, but it's because it's very important. You do not want to take thick sections. If you need, like, say you want a thicker brown or red spot, then you would take sections, but you'd color them separately, if that makes sense. Because if you get them thick, you're not going to be able to get down to the roots. And that's what you want, obviously, is so it looks like it's getting colored right there, because we are not doing a melt or anything, or it wouldn't matter, but we want this up to the scalp area. Okay, I'm moving this lighter over. Dark piece we want to get covered. slight moving off to the side. Can you guys see that? Just move this over, color where the dark is. Okay, this one I feel like is gonna hit. So I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna fold this up and push up with my comb line, pushing down with these fingers, okay? That's gonna hold this in tight so the foil doesn't slip. Because if you get slippage, you're gonna have tiger stripes all over the place. Okay, so that's what I am doing. So I'm doing one blonde, one red purple, one blonde, one red purple. Just up like this, splice the dark, weave heavy with the blonde, okay? So as soon as we get her colored, we will get back to you and we'll start the haircut. Will be super fun. So we'll see you in a minute. Thanks.